This video claims that if I solve all these riddles, Google should hire me. So let's see if I'm getting a job.
On Monday, Ava got into a car accident. She got a concussion and broke her leg. Still, the very next day, her colleagues saw her riding a bike, and she looked perfectly fine. How is it possible?
Oh,
Look,
there's
the girl who got in the car accident has a tattoo on her ankle. The girl on the bike doesn't have
I
one.
don't know.
The girl on the bike is Ava's twin sister. Leo is a student living alone in his college dorm room. One Friday night, there is a party in the dorm, and everyone from campus was invited. In the middle of the party, Caden found Elio poisoned in his room. A detective arrived for investigation. The three main suspects were Amelia, Giselle, and Max. All of them denied entering Elio's room. Who is guilty?
I think it's the girl in the middle because, look, there's an earring at that left side.
It must be Giselle. Look at the bed. There's an earring.
Yeah.
And Giselle is only wearing one earring that looks the same. Looks like she'd been in the room. Ayla stayed after classes to finish a project with her classmates. She left to get some food from the vending machine, but she found that her wallet had been stolen when she returned. She reported it to the police. The students denied stealing anything. The detective carefully looked at them and realized who lied. Who?
I don't know, guys. I'm not really sure about this one.
Ayla. She went to get some food, which means the wallet was with her and no one could possibly steal it from her. A rich lady, Ms. Geneva Bell, was having fun in a club. In the middle of a party, she felt someone stealing her $1 million, but the person disappeared immediately. She instructed the security not to let anyone out and call the police. When the detective arrived, the security man said he didn't let anyone out, but saw a man sneaking out through the back door. The guard was arrested.
I mean,
why?
How would he see the person go with the back door? I mean, he's in the front door. How will he look in the back?
Look, there's a huge lock on the back door. No one could leave through that door, so the security man lied. Mrs. Baker was living with her son Robert, who was a college student. She was working every day, and she didn't know that her son was skipping classes. One December morning, as usual, she left for work. When she returned, she realized that her son didn't drive to college, but she knew he had classes that day. How did she find it out?
There's snow on the car. So yeah, how will he drive with snow on there? Yeah.
That night was snowfall.
Yeah,
When Mrs. Baker left for work, Robert's car was covered in snow. When she returned, it was still covered in snow. If Robert had driven to college, he would have cleaned the car, or at least the windshield. Esme was having a walk in a forest. In the evening, she headed home. There was one path that would take her home, but she took the other one leading to the witch's house. The witch and her grandson, who was staying at his grandma's, welcomed Esme. This time it was Esme's turn to make up a riddle. If they don't solve it, they'll have to give her the cat. I have two classmates who are identical twins. Inez was born in 2003, but Betty was born in 2004.
They're 1 minute apart.
How is it possible?
They're 1 minute apart. One was born in January 1st and the other...
They are twins, but they were born on New Year's night. Inez was born right before midnight and Betty right after midnight.
Correct.
Can you tell which one of these men has a rich wife?
Both look like beggars, I guess.
The one on the left doesn't even have a wedding ring, so I'd say it's the man on the right.
What's that got to do with that?
Now look at these two. Who do you think has a dog?
It's definitely the guy on the left. Look at his shoes. Just look at his shoes. It's definitely him.
It's the guy on the left. Look, his shoes are all chewed. Must be his dog's job. Kaylin and Juliet are going to their friend's house to work on a group project. At least, that's what they told their parents. In reality, one of them is going on a date with her secret boyfriend, and she's going to meet him instead. Can you tell who?
probably the one on the left because who wears makeup to go on school projects? I wouldn't do that myself.
It's Kaylin. She's dressed too well for a study date, and no one normally wastes red lipstick for a group project. Amanda spent the whole summer in the countryside at her grandparents' house. Finally, she returned to her town, and two of her best friends came to the train station to meet her. Can you tell which one of the guys is secretly in love with
The
her?
left one, obviously. I don't think any guy would buy you these things unless they like you. A flower and a chocolate box.
Well, considering that the one on the left has flowers and candy for her, I'd say he probably likes her. Sydney and Louisa both failed their history test. Their mother grounded them and made them study all weekend. She was occasionally walking in the room to check on them. So she walked in again. Can you tell which teenager wasn't
The
studying?
left one. Who reads a book upside down? Like, who would read this upside down? Who?
It's Sydney. She's holding the book upside down. She must have grabbed it when she heard her mom walking in to pretend like she was studying. Look at these guys doing some housework. Who's not smart?
It's the guy on the right. It's putting the water in the glass. So has the line.
That's the guy on the right. It's raining, but he's watering the flowers. Mrs. Riviera is a math teacher.
Always the math
She collected
teacher.
her students' homework, made them do a computer test, and started to grade the assignments during the class. She came across two very similar homework sheets and realized that one of the students copied the work of the other. Here are the students, Asher and Holden. Can you tell which one of them is the copycat?
It's the guy on the left. Just look at his left hand. There's ink there. There's ink there.
It's Asher. His hands are covered in fresh ink, which means he probably just did his homework right before the class.
Oh.
Mr. Reed came back home at night after another long shift. His wife was still up. He kissed her and went to bed. Mrs. Reed had been suspecting that her husband was cheating on her for a while already, and this time she wanted to know for sure. She decided to check his pockets. The next day, she told her husband that she knew he was cheating on her. Why?
Honestly, I don't know about this one. I do not know about this one.
Look, there is a pair of keys in his pocket. His keys are hanging on the wall, so these are the keys from someone else's.
It also could be for some other purposes, maybe his office. Could be.
Ashley had a birthday party and she invited some friends over. Liliana didn't want to go, so she lied that her mom grounded her and made her clean the room. Ashley was sad but understanding about it. To make it up to her, the next day, Liliana invited Ashley to her house to study together and to watch a movie in the evening. Ashley agreed, but at Liliana's house, she understood that she had lied to her. How?
The whole room's a mess. The whole room's a mess. Am I actually going to be hired today?
Liliana's room is still messy. If she had cleaned it the previous day, it'd be neat. A famous rich writer was living alone in a mansion and never went outside. The only people she ever saw were her cook, her gardener, and a cleaning man. One morning, before breakfast, the cleaning man found her poisoned in her room and called the police. The three of them were suspects. The cook was watching a cooking blog on YouTube. The cleaning man said he just came to start the job when he found the lady. The gardener was in the garden planting some flowers. Who poisoned the lady?
I don't know, it's the chef. Maybe put some poison in it. I guess it's the chef. It's the chef.
It must be the cook. It happened right before breakfast, but he wasn't cooking anything. He knew the breakfast wouldn't be needed that morning. It was summer break, and Ariana's friends invited her to go camping. Ariana wasn't really into camping, but didn't want to admit that she'd rather stay at home and watch TV. So she said that her parents invited her to go to Greece. In reality, she stayed at home and was binge-watching TV shows. Her family sent her a vacation photo. Ariana photoshopped herself there and sent it to her friends. When her friends saw the picture, they realized that Ariana wasn't in Greece. How?
If you look closely at the girl, you'll see that she doesn't have shadow there. I mean, it's obvious.
Ariana photoshopped herself, but her friends noticed that everyone in the picture except for her cast a shadow. Hallie works at a gas station in a city suburb. It was calm and quiet there. One day, she only had 3 customers. The first one got something to drink. The second one got some chocolate bars, and the third one just paid for gas. One of them was a criminal, and Hallie reported him to the police. Who was the criminal, and how did she understand it?
I think it's the guy on the right, because he looks like a criminal to me. I don't know, he looks like a criminal.
The second man paid with a $25 bill. Such a bill doesn't exist, which means he'd been printing money. It was September 17th, and Annika was finally going to Spain for her vacation. She was living alone, so she sent all of her plants and her cat to her friend's house. On September 27th, she came back home. Once she walked in, she realized that someone was in her house while she was away. How did Annika understand it?
I don't know honestly, but why does she look so fat?
Annika lived alone, but look, there's a tear-off calendar hanging on the wall. When she left, it was September 17th, but now it shows September 27th.
Oh.
This story happened a couple of centuries ago. Henry and Caroline were dating, but their families were against it. One day, Caroline's family decided to take her away to another city, but they didn't tell her which one. Henry and Caroline knew it was one of the 2 big cities nearby, Paris, which was on the left, or Berlin on the right. They agreed that Caroline would throw her scarf away when the train took off, and Henry would find her wherever she was. So here's where Henry found the scarf. Which way did the train go?
Probably the left. Probably the left one. I don't know.
If you throw something from a moving train, it flies in the opposite direction. Henry found the scarf on the right part of the train station, which means the train headed left to Paris.
13 right, 7 wrong. I think I just got rejected. Let me cry.